What's going on, everybody? Hello. Welcome to the Hustling Sideways podcast. I'm Alan Halas. I'm a music writer.
And I'm Jim Love, and I'm a keynote and motivational speaker.
And this is the Hustling Sideways podcast.
Tis.
And today we're in a weird spot where we're just banking a bunch of episodes behind the scenes.
Yeah. A little behind the scenes where we picked a Friday.
Yeah.
We picked some seltzer, and we are rocking and rolling with a couple episodes. So you may or may not think that we haven't showered or changed the next couple episodes.
Oh, I don't
And that's
change.
correct. I want to be clear that we haven't done that.
I wear the same thing every day.
I haven't gotten change in about 6 months. It's been great. Yeah.
We also don't have smelling ability. Anyway.
Correct. Yeah.
Enough about us. Today, when we don't have guests, we talk about things that we go through with our own side hustles. And Jim, today we're talking about a hypothetical here. Here's some money for you.
Should I rip it?
Don't do that. It's not even real money.
Or
it's not even a real $100
that was supposed to
bill.
go way higher. But that's a $100 bill.
True story.
Or $1,000 bill.
Oh, well, yeah, let's say it's $1,000.
Yeah, because it goes along with the question.
Yes. So we thought about this today.
Yes.
Jim, if you had $1,000 to spend on your side hustle that was just given to you, say, I don't know, Warren Buffett shows up and just hands you $1,000.
Yep.
And he's like, but you must spend this on your side hustle. You can't spend this on Marquette season tickets.
Yeah, I got those, and thankfully they weren't $1,000.
Okay.
But he was like, if I had $1,000, which is not the lyric,
famously.
we know that. But that's it. That's fine.
If you had $1,000 but you could only spend it on your side hustle.
Yeah. What's funny?
What would you invest in?
A year ago, I would have had a totally different answer to this.
Yeah.
Because I just have to give the context. But I would have said make a highlight video.
Okay.
I never had one. And then I spent my own $1,000 to do that this year, which was a great call. And Greg Eiderin, one of my best friends, made it, and he's a great guy. So did that. What I would say now, something that I've always wanted to do, and frankly looked into this about 2 years ago and just didn't have the time for it, as an excuse. But I would buy a bunch of merch. I would make I have probably 8 or 9 short things I say during my talk that are the boom ones,
right.
like 3 words, 4 words, whatever. I would plaster those on hats, on shirts, and literally hand them out. I wouldn't make people pay for them, because you can make a lot. If you find a good company, you can spend a couple $100 and get a lot of swag.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I would just totally have that be the next couple talks I gave, and I've got actually 3 more before this year is over, which is awesome.
Okay.
I would bring them with me, and I would say this is what I do, because I would love to just have students and faculty walking around with
your sayings on it and your creation on it.
And I would I would hand maybe 80% of them out. And then, or maybe 70%, let's go with that. And then the other 30, I would be I have these now
available for sale.
And here's pictures of people with them. So those people I would do that with. And so I would really invest in that and make that a sustainable thing where I could be okay, now I have, because I thought about actually with Erin Seavey, your cousin, we were going to do this years ago. And then I believe in the middle of it, she got pregnant. And then of course her priorities changed. And
maybe a little bit.
Yeah. And so I would love to partner with someone to make, these types of things. And for me, when I'm done speaking, a lot of students latch on to a thing I said or whatever it is, and I can usually predict what that is. It's part of my talk, and it's what it is. So I would love to have those readily available to then sell and be a merchant. But to invest in making some of them, handing many of them out, but then now having okay, here they are. And then from that point, when demand starts going up, I know that I have something to sell off. So I do think a merch thing would be a really cool.
Could I amend to that real quick?
Please, yeah.
A 500 of that, 1,000 goes into the merch, right? The other 500, T-shirt cannon.
Oh, T-shirt cannon.
And then at the end of your talk,
Simpson.
you launch a T-shirt into the crowd with a cannon.
I've always wanted to launch a T-shirt.
Honestly,
cannon.
I just want a T-shirt cannon.
But it could be sponsored by Gruber.
Oh, so there we go.
We'll be good to go.
I can talk to some people.
For those of you that don't know who Gruber is, he is David Gruber Law Associates, and
T-shirts are everywhere.
Everywhere in
every
Milwaukee, every billboard of all time.
There's a fanny pack right there that says Gruber on it.
There
in
is.
Front of us.
Literally, there. So his swag is everywhere. So and by the way, Gruber, I am open for sponsorship. So
we'll
happy to have you.
We'll talk.
But that's a good call. I would do something like that. But
okay.
I think having the merch is cool, and students and educators like wearing something that's impactful, and I hope that what I say is. So that's what I would do with $1,000, not $1 million or $100,000.
Okay.
What would you?
I like
do?
that. So in the content world, obviously we've talked on the show before about AI and how important it is. I would seriously invest in the AI, but like not to create content, but to distribute. And you can come up with like basically like task keeping AI bots that are there.
Yeah.
And the thing that I've always struggled with is sales and outreach for sales.
Yeah.
And like, because you need advertisements to pay for these sorts of things, to pay for your website. So I would seriously invest in the technology of getting somebody to develop an AI sales bot for me that's going to do the cold outreach. They exist. They are out there.
How much is that? Like, is 1,000 even like a starting point? On
well,
something
a
like
lot of them are on like monthly plans, so it would last for a while.
For however long.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are legitimately ones out there that do like the cold outreach stuff.
That's
like
pretty sweet.
I'm pretty capable of some
You
of these
are.
things.
I've seen it. Yeah. We've
But-
gotten some hits from some things that you've done.
Yeah, I'm pretty capable of creating some stuff already with some of the plans that I actually already invest in and pay for. But there are like actual ones that go even a step further and like send those emails for you, and then they organize your contacts, and they do like there's a whole like a bot army.
Wow.
Basically,
That sounds kind of scary, like a little terrifying.
It does sound a little terrifying when I say it.
Yeah.
But
that's like the replies on one tweet that like somehow gets a
that
bot on it.
You hit the right
Dude,
word.
Not
and
to
then
like
a bunch of
digress,
them.
that happened to me. I got scammed on Craigslist. It's a long story. A couple weeks ago for Bears tickets, but
no.
So I tweeted. I'm fine now. Whatever. I tweeted about it.
Yeah.
And I got a bot army that just went. I just
You had
took the
100
tweet out. It was nuts.
It made a bad situation
Nuts.
worse.
Yeah. It was terrible. I was like, now not only did I get scammed, I got these psychos in my mentions, see whatever they want.
Well, okay, so I won't. I will
don't
turn
do it.
off that bot army that was replying to Jim's tweets. But
That's fine.
honestly, I would develop the AI that like will help find sales and just do the things that I just don't have time for.
That's a
sometimes.
good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
which
sales
is kind of the whole
sometimes
point
ends
of-
up being it.
of
Yeah.
AI. That's how it's supposed to help you.
Yes, and that is not the way that it won't come and kill us all. As if it's doing the productive thing for us and just that.
No doubt.
So of course we want to know if you had $1,000 that was gifted to you, not by either one of us. We're not giving you $1,000. There's no giveaway attached to it.
Oh, I thought that was the.
Would have been cool.
Yeah,
if we would have thought about that.
We
would have had a sponsor.
We could talk. Yeah, we could talk.
Anyway.
707.
Yeah. So if you had $1,000 to spend on your side hustle and only to spend on your side hustle,
That's it.
what would you buy?
Like John Quinones. What would you do?
What would you do? Let us know. And we will be right back here next week, Monday, right in this little box that you're watching us on, wherever that is. Whether it's your phone, your
All the places.
Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of those things, Instagram. We're all over the place. So there you go. Jim just really wanted to make it rain. And all we have is this fake $100 bill. Real quick, that dollar bill we were on the golf course for a buddy's birthday, and somebody was on the first hole, and we were on the 9th hole coming back. And somebody on the first hole threw like a bunch of these fake dollar bills out there.
That's brutal.
So I'm riding in the golf cart on the way back.
You see 100? Yeah.
And I saw like $500 sitting
God.
there that were fake hundreds.
Yeah.
I jumped out of the golf cart. I was like,
too.
oh my God.
Yeah, roll out. You got to get that. That's what you would do.
And then to my dismay, not real hundreds.
Yeah.
So
That'll
anyway,
happen. Anyway,
follow us. Go check out the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And Jim,
keep on hustling.
we'll see you next week.
Peace.